Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Musicians Hangout. I know it's been a while, but here we are, your hosts, Crash Fistfight, the Booty Pop Moopsie, and Maxime Maxwell from the Maxwells. Woo.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, seriously, like Crash said, we are actually here. We're back. It feels so good to be here with y'all. And we have our friend Wes Devil in the house from Ohio. What's up? What's in the
Ohio.
house?
And speaking of Ohio, our good friend Hemp Wizard.
Woo! Hey, hi, Hemp Wizard. Thanks for joining us.
He says, back.
I knew we'd have some peeps up in this house. So, yeah, you'll have to add to some of the questions that we're going to be asking Wes throughout the night. So, if you have any questions for him, go ahead and let us know. So, I'll go over our mission statement for Musicians Hangout, and then we will get to our interview with Wes. All right. Our mission statement here on Musicians Hangout is to be part of a revolution to create friendships with other artists and build a community network to save music. So, thanks, Wes, for being part of the community. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I guess, how did you get started as a musician?
So back in 2017, I was at a show in Zanesville, Ohio. To see Pastor Pussycat, and you guys know Kelly Ray, his older band. He noticed me out in the crowd, and I was 16 and 21 now, so about 5 years ago.
Very cool.
He just he called me up on stage to do a song with him. I think it was Mental Health by Quiet Riot. And so that kind of just kept, every time I'd see them, I'd do the same thing basically. And then kind of just developed my own thing of wanting to do this for a career, really. And so I just kind of kept at it, meeting different new people and some hell of musicians. Honestly, people just don't realize how much underrated talent there is, just that no one gets recognized. People that have made it, they're great and all, but then you have all these second-class people that are looked down upon, really, and they're so much more talented than people give them credit to be. And that's how it basically started.
Agreed.
Meeting all these different people. Yeah, and then so I didn't release any of my own original music. I've been writing since high school, and I didn't have any original music till February of this year.
Yeah.
And I finally put out some singles and stuff, and was put on a brand new record label called Apathy Entertainment. Bunch of great musicians around the country and world, and making just a lot of great heavy music, and it's just kept going up, just keeps going up in 22 different countries now with my music.
Hell yeah, dude.
Including
great.
Russia, surprising. Yeah. Probably using it as fight music or something, but
you never know. I mean, there's lovers of metal all over the world, definitely.
Yeah.
It might be helping some of them process some of the crazy things that are going on too, because just like anywhere, there's two sides to everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and metal is a way that I process a lot of my anger and depression. That's why I'm a happy, optimistic person, I believe, is because I get it out with that outlet.
Yeah, I do metal and punk rock myself.
I've definitely used my original music as a good way to release all my aggression and anger, depression, anxiety, especially depression, because it seems like whenever I'm depressed, I'm writing about something, and somehow putting the words into a song, making it work and flow right, and then being able to broadcast that across the world. It's definitely a weight lifted off my shoulders with the pressures and stress I get from certain things, and it's definitely the most healthy way I've released depression and anger, and it's the only way I really want to anymore.
Yeah. Boy, I could really smash out on my drums today, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's the best way to just get it all out. Especially now, like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. Seriously. just to process that way. Is that how you write? Is that your inspiration for writing? Is like
majority of the time it's I'm in a funk or something, and I just pull out my computer or just sometimes just write down on some notes in my phone or something. I'm just write different words and lyrics down that I just will randomly pop in my head throughout the day. I'm like, okay, that works. But it really helps if I'm like in a certain mood, whether or not I'm upset or depressed about something. I usually just get in my room, turn up my music all the way to ear bleeding volumes, and turn my lights off and try to get in a headspace that makes it work.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I kind of get that evil vibes, light some candles maybe, who knows.
Yeah.
There you go, little mood lighting.
Yeah, a little King Diamond, Merciful Fate kind of style.
Driver would be my pick, but
well, everybody's got their ways.
Yeah. Sadly, I haven't sold my soul yet. I haven't found that offer. I haven't found the offer to sell my soul yet, but always on the lookout.
There you go.
Nice. So I was just saying that you're part of a pretty active music scene over there in Ohio. I mean, it's a pretty good, supportive community like we have here in the Pacific Northwest. And that's what I think really enmeshes our cultures, is that we get that community feel to our music scene. And I just want to shout out to Ohio that I hear you guys. You're awesome.
Hey guys.
Yeah, definitely. The local scene here, especially in Ohio, it's very cutthroat as far as everybody's really talented. But there's also that sense of community and camaraderie when it comes to the local scene here, and especially in Ohio. It's very at each other's necks when it comes to the talent and style, but it's also not always like that. And you find great friends for a lifetime. I sure as hell have.
Oh yeah. Just like Daniel Ray says right here.
Exactly.
Family.
Yes.
And a huge shout out to Licking County Metalheads. Oh, yeah. We love you guys. They're like our big brothers. We love you guys.
Yeah. Danny's definitely my partner in crime, that's for sure.
So
I've known him for a few years now, and I joined my first appearance on the original Licking County Metalheads podcast was like July 3rd, 2020, I think. It was right before 4th of July, I know that. And just kept in touch, going to shows with them, meeting new different people. And then October of last year, he needed a co-host, and I had offered him, like, hey, I'm like not doing that much with my music right now. I'm not really doing much. I need something to keep my name active, and you guys know me, and you can trust me with the name of representing the name. And I love the scene just as much as you guys. I love going to shows and seeing different bands and stuff. So I'm like, I think I'd be really good for this. And finally, October 29th of last year, we did our first show on the new season as me as the co-host, and me and the in-house guitar player at the time, Roger. We did Slayer Seasons in the Abyss.
Nice.
I remember that.
Yeah, cool. And so occasionally if we have guests, we'll have them play.
Yeah.
My band has played there last year during the summertime. But yeah, they've definitely inspired me and helped me out. I'm forever in debt to Danny and Roy. And But they've definitely been family, like Danny said. They've definitely been family to me and to everybody they help out and support, which is near a lot of people.
Yeah, we can totally feel that energy.
Yeah.
Danny says it was a great time. Yeah.
We love those guys as much as we can.
We're definitely going to come back really strong this summer. We're on a break right now, doing new stuff and figuring out different things to do with the show, new way of going about things. But we're definitely going to come back and kick ass and take some names.
Hell yeah.
Season. So this is something that's actually come to mind for us because April was fucking crazy, as you all know. You didn't see us in April other than 1 week. And well, December gets hard. As August does too. So just
Yeah.
wondering, like, since we're in our we're going to be celebrating our 3rd anniversary in a couple weeks.
Next weekend.
We've been thinking about doing seasons. Like, what do you suggest on that since you mentioned season? What is your season look?
Well, usually, I mean, I don't even necessarily know how we come up with seasons. I usually I follow Danny's lead, really.
I was going to say, Danny.
Your brain, Danny. I got to pick your
Get him on the show because you definitely need to pick his brain.
On again. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't necessarily know how we go about doing seasons, but I usually, the way I would do it, if things have gotten a little slow with numbers or you're just running out of ideas, take a few weeks off, recuperate, just go about things a different way and just figure out how you want to attract more people, and then take a month or 2 off, come back strong, get the numbers back all the way up. That's how I would do it, at least.
Cool. Give them a taste and then take a little break, because let's all face it, we need that mentally. As crazy as April got with the weather and the outages and that fucking tree that fell in my yard and took out my fence, and then illness with guests, it was like my brain needed the break too. To come back strong and to feel refreshed again.
I think especially after the past 2-3 years we've had, it's definitely
yeah.
I think it's more knowledgeable that people need breaks mentally, and I think especially with jobs and work, they need to really lighten up on people needing a mental health day, because let's face it, numbers don't lie. Shit's serious.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh yeah. I totally agree with that. Shit is serious, and
I'm definitely an advocate for mental health, and
I can feel that.
Spreading awareness for people, and I got my tattoo for suicide.
Oh, nice. The apostrophe.
Yeah, apostrophe with the 8th note. So
that's
I
cool.
figured that was my second tattoo, also. So I was slowly getting covered in tattoos now.
Oh yes, it's a good hobby. I have mine covered because it's still cold in the spring here in the Midwest. But I have 28.
Working on my chest right now. That's a pain. Yeah. I've only done 2 sessions so far, because it touches my armpit, hits my my top rib on my collarbone. It's a
no pain, no gain, Wes.
I know. Gosh, pain sucks sometimes.
Slinging that
sometimes.
It can feel good, but it can bite sometimes too.
Oh yeah, it bites.
The right spot. Yeah. I get that. I love that you mentioned advocate for mental health, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and being that this is our first show in May, I'm glad that we touched on that, because I'm also an advocate for that. I was a social worker, and I'm a social emotional learning teacher, so I believe in the power
and cheers to those who work in mental health,
cheers to y'all.
They have to deal with us crazy folks and help us process our craziness. So cheers to you guys. And with that said, Musicians Hangout is dedicated to music and not to underage drinking. Please drink responsibly.
I'm of age, but I'm not even drinking alcohol tonight, so
that's okay. Sometimes it's good to take a break from that too.
It is good to take a break. You don't always have to be going down hardcore, just like
I've done my fair share of the rock and roll lifestyle. I can take breaks.
Yeah, and I'm way too old for that.
Totally.
Yeah, 21, young and dumb. I'm gonna live a little bit.
Check.
Yeah.
I'm a couple years older than 21, so I've had my time.
No, you're not a day over 18.
Right. Okay. I have children older than you.
Right?
I can't control that, but
I didn't have them when I was a teenager. I was also in my 20s, but you're just a kid. That's awesome.
I know. Everyone says just a kid. But then they see what I do when it comes to my music, and they're like,
You've done a lot of things in this time.
You can be awesome.
I remember being
still be a young
kid. I still get called kiddo. by people younger than me. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like I hate it. I'll be like going out with some friends, and some girl will come up to me, and she'll be like, "You're just a baby." I'm like, "Shut the hell up."
Yeah, right.
It's like they think I'm a baby face, voice, whatever, but then they listen to my music, they're like, "That's not you." I'm like, "It is."
Listen
I
to the
just know how to
music.
use my voice.
Right.
It's soul.
Right.
Yes.
You know, this is merely just a front for what's really inside.
Right. This is the
Right.
facade.
This
Ooh.
is the good part. This is not so good inside. That's why I've been doing music.
Aw, it's all good.
We're all like that. And I wanted to mention that with, mental health too, is we're artists, we're musicians, and let's face it, we all deal with a level of some sort of mental illness.
Oh,
Yes.
everybody
So,
does in some way.
yes. So, talking about it is a good way to process it too. And absolutely creating something beautiful like music is a good way to
Yeah.
process.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's what was really inspiring to me was it was middle of the night here once, and somebody texted me that they'd listened to my music, and I didn't really know this person, and they just called it inspiring and all that stuff, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, I mean, it seriously brought a tear to my eye. I'm like, you think me screaming into a microphone about a bunch of nonsense is inspiring? It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if that's what inspires you, that's great to me. But that's like the best thing
And
I've
here's
ever
the
heard.
thing about
That
people
is the best.
and fans. You never know how you look in other people's eyes. You know?
Yeah.
You
You
just
don't know that kind
you
of
see
mark you can leave
yourself.
somebody.
Exactly. But you
That's the
don't
thing.
know how other people see you. And like I mean, obviously you inspire people.
Yeah, and that's what was
So
shocking.
you
I'm like,
inspire
it's just me
me. So
screaming, it's just me going, oh, into a microphone, and it's like it's really inspiring. I'm like, damn, okay, like if that inspires you and more to it, I'll keep trying to do my best. But I guess if
that's
you
all you
can,
can do.
if one person says that, you must be doing something right. So
Right. Yeah, I'll echo what Crash
yeah,
said. You don't know what other people are interpreting from your art. And it's beautiful
Mhm.
that they can interpret something completely different than what you were creating.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
some of my songs are totally different to me than they are to my fans, but they can interpret it in any way that is healing, helpful, or fun, in any way.
And
So,
yeah, exactly. And like that's what it's like. I've released 3 songs now. I did 2 originals and a cover from the movie Trick or Treat from the 80s. If you guys
Oh,
remember that,
nice.
one. Had Gene
yes.
Simmons and Ozzy in it. And
Yeah.
I loved the whole soundtrack as a kid and watching that movie thousands of times. And
I can get that
I
completely.
decided to cover the track, the
Yes.
original track for the Trick or Treat cover. I just did that.
That's
Uh, with some friends of mine, and it actually turned out pretty good. But it's like it's great because that very small crowd that knows that movie and song and likes it like that, and and I put my own little spin on it, so it's not a direct copy, but you know that small
called
group of people.
artistic license.
Yeah, I always write, especially for this cover, I put in big caps in the description on everything. I'm like, I do not own the rights to this song, and
Gotta cover our
Yeah.
ass. Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
gotta cover it somehow. So like, I don't take credit for any of that, but just covering it really. But um, my other 2 originals I have out are mainly about the faulties of religion and blood being shed for no reason because of stupid things that come of religion. So that's why I've always kind of directed it towards that because it's not, I wouldn't say it's my main drive, but it's something that's definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things in this world. And so I figured I usually write about something like that. I'm a product of, bad churches, but my family's church is always great to me. But I've been to other people's churches, other friends, staying the night, have to go to church the next morning. It never went so well, and a lot of horrible things that was being said. And I'm like, I do not agree with any of this. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not right. And like, this
Yeah.
is So that's why I've always leaned towards more of the evil side and dark side of life. Not only does it piss people off, but it's a lot more beautiful than people take it to be.
It is. Yeah,
And
agreed.
so that's why I've always my main focus is always, yeah, there's the good and stuff, but let's take a look at the dark side of things, because everyone sees the good, everyone sees the light. I want to show everyone the dark and sometimes show the beauty of it. And that's always been, always been drawn towards the dark side of things since I can remember. And it's like, yeah, great, sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops. So what goes bump in the night? What's creaking through the woods and scares the shit out of little kids at night? So kind of like Manson.
More interesting. Yeah.
Manson. His music videos were terrifying, but so that's kind of what drew me to like shock rock. That's my favorite. Kiss has always been my favorite band. Alice Cooper, all those bands that are scary to people in the 70s.
Yes.
That's why I've always drawn to that stuff, and especially for.
Dude, Alice Cooper was like doing his makeup and being all crazy like back in the 60s.
Yeah, right?
Fucking 60s.
The way for all of us, darker.
That's way before Kiss and their Juggalo makeup.
Juggalo makeup.
They were the Juggalos of the 80s.
That's hurtful. That's really hurtful. That's war paint they put on.
Right?
No, they're not Juggalos.
Who? The Juggalos or Kiss?
Kiss is war paint. Juggalos wear fucking whatever. I don't know. I'm not a big Juggalo person.
I saw a meme that said that like Kiss were the Juggalos of the 70s and 80s, and I cannot get it out of my head.
I love you, Crouch.
I'm sorry.
So disrespectful. I got Gene Simmons tattoo on my leg and everything.
Hey, I'm not saying that Kiss is bad. I'm just saying.
But I mean, it kind of is if you're clarifying them Juggalos.
I'm not really putting them as Juggalos. I said they look like.
Maybe they want to be.
You started a war you don't want to finish.
Bring it, baby.
Well, we've all got our own opinions on that, I guess.
We do. And I'm not even saying anything bad about it.
Well, I wanted to touch also on some of that darkness we were talking about, is that throughout society and our culture, we have, had times in our eras, different decades of more focus on darkness. I mean, the 90s, you saw a huge rise in that. Right now, you see a rise in that also because of all of the uncertainty in our world. And you're right, there is a beautiful side to it, too, because it's not fake faith. It's that we can turn to for comfort in our own way. And that's how I can respect all sorts of different world beliefs. And
I respect any religion until somebody said faith.
Yeah.
Disrespects
against their humans,
And I remember in high school, I almost said I was a junior or something, but I walked outside with some friends, and there's a dude standing outside the sign and a microphone, like a boom mic, just going, repent or perish. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, we're teenagers. I'm like, you were outside of a high school. You're not going to get nowhere. I'm like, we're a bunch of 17, 18-year-olds trying to rebel against everything. I'm like, you're not going to get anywhere. And so, of course, being the smart ass I am, I walked up to him and asked him if I was going to hell and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, he's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Okay.
All my friends will be there too. We'll have a party.
I'm like, all right, well, have fun. Yeah. It's better to reign in hell than it is to serve in heaven. So.
Yeah, I remember an extreme religious person telling me that about my friends who had died in a car crash, that they would go to hell because they weren't of this certain religion. And that resonated with me as a 16-year-old. I was kind of like, but why wouldn't they go somewhere more positive or like heaven? Exactly. But because they were drinking and driving, like they were still good people. They just made a bad choice. So.
Yeah. Kashaka has a question.
Our tornado friend.
Kashaka wants to know, who are some of your hometown influence?
Hometown influences.
Like local bands that are influencing me.
Sounds like it. Calling out
Yeah.
Ohio.
Gosh, there's a lot. Of course, Black Sasquatch. Love
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, Black Sasquatch.
All great friends of mine. I've had the pleasure of hanging out with.
Sweet.
Of course, audio side, they're killing
Yeah.
it. So high, especially so high.
Oh, they're on our video.
Yes.
We have them on our show. We haven't had them on our.
I know, not yet.
I mean,
I'm getting there.
those guys. There's a lot of bands like, especially around Ohio. There's a band called from Columbus, called The Dead Don't Sleep. All great friends of mine, especially the drummer Jesse.
Major drummers.
Yeah. But me and him both share a great love for Kiss.
I'm not saying that they're a bad band. They are a great band.
I didn't say nothing. You're the one still talking about it. I'm just saying.
No, that's awesome.
Snippets here.
But no, they're a really good heavy metal band from Columbus area. Not even heavy metal. They're pretty fucking heavy, that's for sure. But they're really great, really theatrical and stuff. And they put on a great hell of a show. But just a lot of bands really and like Black Sasquatch, it's different. It's something I've never heard. And how I saw them back in 2020, and I try to go to as many shows as I can from them. But everyone I've said so far, there's just there's so many bands. A Scarred Existence, great friends of mine, just the Reedy Weeps, Elijah.
Oh,
we love those guys.
Yeah,
to be on their show too. That was super fun.
Yeah. I was the first guest on his show.
Yes, that's right.
We were second.
You guys were second, yeah.
Love it.
They're just all those guys, and especially if it's somebody close to my age, I think I definitely take a lot more influence, because if it's somebody my age doing something that's catching my eye, I'm like, okay, wow. It's like definitely gonna need some of that in my life.
So Hemp Blizzard says Blue Line Jesus.
Blue Line Jesus. Well, since Mike's right there, I figure I shall announce this. I do have my own beard oil coming out from Hemp Blizzard. It's called Embers of Vesuvius.
Fuck yes.
It's gonna be really great. But
I love the logo.
Yeah. It's gonna be a sick logo.
Yes.
Me too. I got
something that he personally created. I just told him what I wanted in it, and he put it on there and showed it to me, and it's gonna be a great thing.
Dude, Hemp Wizard is awesome. And speaking of musicians hangout, we have some of our signature series lotion and beard oil on hand. You can either get a hold of us and we can make a deal, or you can go to hempwizard.net and pick any of his amazing lotions, beard oils. I believe he has beard conditioner. I don't know.
Yes, there's some conditioner.
Definitely check him out. Totally worth it. You will find something you love.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I forget the exact date, so Mike will have to put that in the chat and then we'll say it out loud. But we had to put it back a little bit because of the storm last month. So
yeah, you guys got storms too.
Yeah, so it was like we had to put it on hold because I was going to announce it, when I was supposed to be on the show originally. So we just put it on hold for a little bit, and now it's officially announced.
Apparently, Teddy Bear stopped by Daniel's Teddy Bear from Black Sasquatch. That's his new nickname.
Danny, why was I invited, man?
Right?
I wasn't invited.
He said code Hangout saves 20% off of everything on the site. You hear that? Hangout.
Everything on the site.
Hempwizard.net. 20%. Do it.
Do it.
Give him your money.
Share and care for your beard.
And skin.
Oh yeah, and your skin.
Rub solution on skin, or else it gets the hose again.
So amazing.
It gets the hose again.
If any of you, that we've sold our product to already, you love Harmony, you got to check out the other lines too through Hemp Wizard. They're amazing.
Black Sasquatch, Fester,
Walking Corpse Syndrome,
Walking Corpse,
Cropsy Maniac.
Cropsy-maniac. Yep.
Who else am I missing? West the Ball soon. Wink, wink. The West Devil.
Yeah, the West Devil. The West Devil
West-
Beard Oil.
It would
I
be
don't even
so
have a beard.
If we could all get together for one of these conventions that Mike hosts, that would be so epic. If all of us could get together, that would be a
Yeah,
dream
it'd
come
be
true.
great. I think it'd be great to have everybody that's on his has a product out.
Signature shows, that would
Everyone
be
has
so
a signature.
fucking
Go out there. It'd be amazing.
Licking County Metalheads could stream. We could stream.
Oh, yeah.
we could have this big old family get together.
Dude, fuck that. Like, I want to be
Yeah,
there in
pop up
person.
everything.
Like, I'll buy plane tickets. Let's go.
And
Right.
Mike likes cider, and I like cider. So
Me
that's cool
too.
You
I'm
like
a fan
cider.
of cider too, so
Yes.
even Hemp Wizard Mike is saying, "Licking County Metalhead." Horns up, brothers.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
I don't know what that. Oh, there's a jam day, May 21st, at the barn in Zanesville.
Paul's.
Oh, tell us a little bit about that.
It's Paul. I know he's related to Paul. I think it's his son, maybe. But yeah, they have like a big fundraiser and stuff in honor of him and all that. So
Paul is
May 21st. But May 12th at the barn in Zanesville, I'll be performing a few songs there for Paul Quinn's open mic. He does every.
Oh, Paul Quinn. Yeah, we know Paul Quinn.
Yeah, every second Thursday in Zanesville at the barn. He does an open jam.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad he's doing good.
A bunch of great talented people come out usually and jam out and have some fun, some good drinks.
Yeah, sometimes
I feel like
feeds from that. Every once in a while, there's someone there. Maybe Anthony does it every once in a while. Has a live feed from the barn sometimes.
Yeah. We always all get together there. Yeah, majority of the main people in the scene usually.
Yeah.
Around Zanesville especially, we all get together there and hang out and just jam some music and have some drinks.
How big exactly is Zanesville?
Population of around like 25,000 people.
That's it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's kind of a small town. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just I'm trying to think because when I think of going and doing shows, I'm thinking like my head automatically goes to Seattle, Tacoma.
Right.
These are huge cities,
Well, and a lot of us have to travel. At least we have to travel at least 2 hours in any direction to do some of the shows in the cities.
I'm fortunate to where Zanesville we have a road called Linden Avenue, or I usually call it Liquor Lane because there's like 5-6 different bars on the road. So each bar you can basically play at. So I mean, literally get a little small tour every day, play at a different place.
Right.
But it's definitely the music scene here has definitely gotten a lot bigger in the past, especially since I've started. In 5 years from now, it's definitely grown a significant amount.
I just want to know what to expect when we finally get to Zanesville, Ohio.
Because we're coming sometime. We'd love to come see y'all. So.
Yeah, we'd love to have you guys, especially have you guys on our show for Danny and I.
Fun.
In person.
That'd be insane having you guys all the way from Washington come out to BFE of Ohio, bumfucked Egypt.
We're from No.
We know everybody in Zanesville, though.
You pretty much do. You know the whole music scene in Zanesville, which is great. So you'll have backup for any place you need to go. But really, Zanesville is just it's that small town that everybody knows everybody, and your business is never kept private. Everyone knows something.
It's kind of a love-hate relationship, right? Like you kind of like the small time feel, but you hate it because everybody's in your face.
Yeah, it's like I hope I'm not here for the rest of my life, but I do know I won't be shy and say, "Oh, I'm from Zanesville." I'll be proud of it. And that's why
I love that.
I hope I can, if I do make it huge one day and on a great level, that I'll come back, and do events for the city and town and show my love and support, because I mean, that's where I'm from. You gotta give credit to the people who brought you to where you are. And
Hell yeah.
all the people that brought me to where I'm at
Be
now.
proud of your roots.
So,
Yeah. And they're good people.
most of them, yeah. There's a few iffy, yeah.
Uh-oh. We're being all called out.
Oh,
Y'all need to come to South Florida, and the hemp wizard will show you how we
Yeah.
party down here.
now that would be a fucking party. Yes.
That would be amazing.
That'd be crazy.
Although,
I'll take a
hemp
road trip down to
wizard,
South
I was
Florida.
hoping maybe we could all come to Zanesville. and
I
have a
mean, I
full
think
hemp
the
wizard
people in
party there.
Zanesville would rather go out to you guys instead of
That's
having
what
you
I'm
guys.
thinking too. It'd be cool to have you guys out here. You know,
Oh yeah,
that would
I'd
be
love
really
that. I mean, like I
big
showed
old
you guys
fun.
earlier. I mean, I'm a big Seattle Seahawks fan, so I mean, I'd love to
Yes,
come there and see all the different stuff there.
that's cool. Yeah.
So I got a couch, and I have some air mattresses. I guess somebody can snuggle in here with me. But yeah, y'all can stay at my house.
I mean, that could be a thing for Danny possibly, but well, I like
I'm
it.
just
I like a good
kidding.
air mattress.
Hey, that's fine. Like I have a few of those.
I mean, maybe I'll like duct tape Danny in a box and put him as like special cargo and to a plane and fly out there.
Stuff them in a duffel bag. Oh,
He
this
knows,
is
he
carry
knows
on
I'm just
though.
fucking with him. He loves me.
You're dragging your carry on.
Sir,
Oh,
is there a person in there? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, that's my carry on.
Exactly.
I
Danny.
like to cuddle. You can be my cuddle buddy.
There you go.
Aw.
I'll cuddle Danny.
Yeah, Danny's very smooth. Yeah.
As long as nobody gets mad.
Now they won't get mad.
It's getting interesting.
I
Interesting.
mean, I'm not trying to make anybody mad.
Get a little steamy in here, you know.
The softer side of metal. That's
I'm
right.
just trying to
together, you
offer
know?
like
We're not just big
space for you
safe
guys to stay, so you come to Washington.
Yeah,
It's
like
like,
we don't all sacrifice.
I'll even
food.
feed you.
We cuddle, you know. We
She'll
don't,
feed
we
you.
don't all
I
worship
don't
the devil.
You don't want to eat my food.
Oh, she makes really good spaghetti
I do.
and
That's my
really
favorite.
good tacos and
Oh, thank
really
you.
good stir fry. Yes,
Aw.
don't put yourself down
I'll
like
be
that.
staying at her place.
I don't
I'll
think
be,
I
I'll
made
I'll
this
be
stir
staying
fry.
at her place. So.
Maybe you're not like Chef Crash.
No, I'm not. I make
just
mean eggs and a sandwich. I can make a good
You make
sandwich.
some pretty amazing things. You make
Thank you.
really good sweet potato hash browns, which I've been eating more, so I might eat more when I'm at your house next week.
Now I do
Oh,
have a
yeah.
question for the Northwesterners over there, the Pacific Northwestern.
Yes.
So now, what do you guys call Pepsi and Coke? Do you guys call it soda, soda pop, or pop?
Oh.
You can't ask us this because
I can.
because we're not from the Pacific
You're not from
Northwest.
here.
Right,
I'm
if
from
you-
North Dakota.
Well,
I'm
what do you
from-
guys call
I'm
it
from
over there in the
Colorado.
Pacific Northwest?
I
You guys
grew up
call
with
it?
pop. I grew up in my culture. It was pop, but now where I live, it's soda. So I say soda more
Coke.
often.
Everything's a Coke at my work. I'll take a Coke.
Everything's a Coke. Well, it's pop here in Ohio, that's for sure.
See, it's pop back in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Soda from Montana, though. Soda, Montana.
I figured that'd be a great little question to get out of the way because
I think it's soda in Colorado. I think it's
Oh, no,
soda
the
in
real
Colorado.
question is this. Is it a casserole or a hot dish?
it's a casserole.
That went
It's a
on
fucking-
forever one time on the
Forever.
show.
It's a hot dish. It's a fucking casserole. Hot
love
dish. Oh man, it got heated.
My all-knowing Grammy explained this to me that they're two different things. Casserole is in the oven, hot dish is made on the stove. So
Okay.
Grammy is always right.
So Kashaka says that where he's at is a Coke. Just like
anything
everybody says here in Washington is a Coke.
Coke's
If
just
you
a
know-
singular
Hemp Wizard says
There's Coke products.
Hemp Wizard says it's artificially flavored, artificially colored carbonated beverage.
You want to be technical.
Sandra says it's soda in Colorado. My family's from there. Yes, it is soda in Colorado.
A bunch of weirdos. It's pop, and you know it.
No,
It's soda.
a sound, not a drink. That's what my husband says. Sound, not a drink. I say both. My family says pop.
Don Rush says Crown and Coke.
Crown and Coke. See, now that's a good drink.
Don knows what's up.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Don does know.
Yes,
Speaking of Don, what about that shirt you're wearing?
Yeah, right, audio side, and Don made our intro video.
Yeah, and I'm wearing,
Yes, we're both wearing audio side tonight. Yes,
I wore these to work today.
Nice, love it.
I'll definitely have to send you guys some West Devil merch out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a P.O. box.
Absolutely. I think I have more merch from Ohio now than I do from here. So I need to catch up with y'all, Pacific.
Yeah, the Midwest is crazy with fucking metal.
Aw, Don.
Yes, what can we
He's
say?
like, y'all are beautiful.
No.
Bro, you're the fucking bee's knees. Don't play.
Rock and roll family, yo. So you talked a little bit about your influences locally. Who else influences you? Who are some of the big acts that you're influenced by? You mentioned Kiss. Ozzy.
Kiss. Ozzy, Alice Cooper. The shock rockers. I've definitely had my fair share of wearing makeup and face paint, and so I like incorporating.
I've seen some of that. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing I want to keep doing. But no, like seeing Kiss since as early as I can remember, seeing how crazy they were on stage, and then as I got to my teen years, it became all about Slipknot. And I always will tell people the top two shows I've seen are Kiss and Slipknot. Those are two of the best shows I've ever been to. I've seen Kiss 5 times now.
Damn.
Yeah. I've seen every show. Yeah, I've seen everybody I've wanted to really accept Metallica, and they're the only ones I really need to see.
I haven't seen Metallica either. They're my favorite band. I want to see Metallica so bad.
Yeah, they're coming to Pittsburgh, which is about 2 hours from here. I really want to go to that. But other than that, I've seen pretty much everybody on my bucket list of shows to see. And Kiss, Slipknot, Ghost puts on an amazing show.
Yeah, Ghost came through recently. They're
yes, they do.
Oh yeah, they definitely put on one of the best shows I've ever seen. But Gojira, one of those newer ones. Gojira really, that's the loudest show I've been to. Is a Gojira show. Their kick drum, man, just punches you in the chest.
Yeah, I dig that.
Now it takes you out. You're like, holy shit! You're just like, ooh, like, damn. But yeah, no, definitely the more of the shock rock stuff, though. Manson, especially Manson, he's definitely been a big influence, despite all the shit that's going on with him now. It does not really affect what he's done for me as a musician and as a fan. First and foremost, I've seen the man twice live, and he's definitely one of the craziest shows you ever go to.
That's what I've heard. I've heard he's really good at my one of my best friends, Gina, went to Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, and it was one of the best shows she's been to. Really love the theatrics with that, because they put on a good show. And to touch on that Marilyn Manson topic is, there's darkness in a lot of artists, and it's not broadcast out there as publicly. There's good and bad people in every realm, in every genre. And let's not discredit the musicians that worked with Manson that were also super talented and also deserve the credit for that music that influenced a lot of us in metal. I was influenced by their music.
Oh yeah, and I realized, with all the stuff going on with him now, I'm like you said, it's not really public knowledge if they're a bad person. But the man wrote a biography that stated half the stuff he's into and what he likes to do with his life.
He didn't hide it. He wasn't hiding it.
It was out there for the whole world to see. But with somebody, you get with somebody that's known as the Antichrist superstar, what can you expect? You know, you can only expect certain things, and that does not negate anything he's done if he has done anything. You know, as he's innocent until proven guilty, really. But it does not negate what he's done for society and music in general, and the influence he's had on every single artist now, really. I mean, because everybody knows who he is. Everyone sticks their tongue out in pictures and puts their horns up for Gene Simmons, like he started in the 70s. No one realizes where these influences come from in our culture and society, but half the time it's from music. And it's in getting shit from Columbine when it happened, and people trying to pin it on him.
Oh, I remember all that. That was
they
fucking.
Don't realize how much money he made because of that.
Yeah. Sometimes bad publicity is good.
I'm like,
it's worked for us.
Music does influence people, but I don't think it influences them enough to just be like, you know what sounds good? Go on and kill
I saw an interview he did with Michael Moore when they did the bowling Columbine. Anyways, he's like, what would you do if you had a chance to talk to him? He's like, I wouldn't talk to him at all. I'd listen. And that's a thing I don't think anyone did. I'm like, like, the man's a genius. He has an IQ of 120 or something, or even higher. And like just how he portrayed himself on stage and in music videos, terrifying and scared the shit out of me as a kid. And I started seeing it and listening to him, like, okay, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But he creeped the hell out of me when I was a kid. And
that gives you a rush. Being creeped out and scared gives you a rush.
And that's why, they say that feeling you get after watching a horror movie that scared you it's healthy. You survived. It's your fight or flight senses.
You need those endorphins and the dopamine and the norepinephrine. You
can obviously see who my favorite horror movies. What my favorite horror movies are.
Very good.
I've always been drawn towards that, and I love horror movies. Always have.
My favorites are horror movies. Like I really love Scream, the series. I love The Ring is my favorite movie.
Oh, my cat's being a jerk.
Halloween's always been my favorite because I just remembered as a kid clenching onto my couch watching it at night, just like, but I'm like, damn, if something can do that to me and give me that feeling, I love it. And I always fell in love with horror movies. So, all the classic 80s slashers have always been my favorite, as far as, Jason and Michael and Freddy and, Leatherface and all that. All the classics I've always loved.
I was a kid when Freddy Krueger came out.
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Oh, yes, Freddy Krueger. Oh, goodness.
It was one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
It's still scary.
I remember not being allowed to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Because my dad, he's like, you gotta sleep at night. You can't watch this. Now I watched it. I'm like, well, it's probably good. I watched it when I was a little bit older, but I was still like 10 when I watched it.
We all snuck around. If we had friends with older siblings, or we had older siblings,
we always found ways to get around that.
Right.
Well, I mean, fortunately,
would watch it.
Fortunately enough, my father always let me get into horror movies, so I always watched it with him. But it's not like he was showing me the worst things in the world. It was the 80s slashers that were not over the top, that didn't show anything. But they definitely have an impact on me.
80s slasher films are the best.
They are.
Agreed.
The cheesier, the better sometimes.
Yes! I love the cheesy. That's what's so authentic about it. And, just listening to these influences that you have in film, it would be super interesting to see a music video that you compile.
That's why.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands right now is Ice9 Kills, and that's their whole thing. Is they just make music about 80s horror movies, and not just 80s horror movies, but just horror movies in general. So I mean, like their last two
campy horror movies.
Yeah. So like their last two albums have been nothing but horror movies, and they covered everybody from Michael, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Chucky, The Exorcist, all the classics, and that's just amazing, honestly. And I've started writing like a series of songs about true crime and serial killers in the real world, as far as
That's my
Bundy,
jam right
Gacy,
now.
Dahmer, Jack the
I
Ripper,
literally
especially.
just watched this series
Yeah.
on Netflix about oh god, who's the clown? Ed Gein?
Gacy.
Gacy. It was William Gacy. Yeah.
What was his name? John Wayne Gacy. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John.
but the Night
That's right. You're
Stalker.
right.
Then I wrote them. I think my two favorites I've written so far are the
Yep.
Night Stalker and Jack
Ramirez.
the Ripper. They've always been my go-to as far as learning. That's always been something else. As far as metal and horror movies, I always like true crime, and I always like the real side of the horror movies, and the influences when it says based on a true story. 9 times out of 10, half the shit they put in the movie ain't factual.
Right.
Just like Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Right.
was about Ed Gein. There was no cannibalistic family. There was no. There's some Wisconsin.
There were certain elements of truth, but definitely exaggerated.
Jeffrey Dahmer was weird, though.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer got killed in prison. They got beat to death. And I think there's a creepy story actually I was listening to about him, and one of his people he had locked up escaped, but he was on every kind of psychedelic you could think of, and cops tried to arrest him because he was crazy and covered in blood, and then Dahmer came and said it was his friend, and they gave the dude to him.
Yeah,
like, damn, like that's that's some hardcore stuff. And but it gets good media, good television, good music. So I mean,
right.
Pluses on murder and stuff like that.
Good. I was gonna say good potential songs right there.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
And that might be a dark thing to say, but fuck it.
Oh well.
Dark, like you say, darkness has its beauty.
It's okay.
I'm not here to please everybody, really. So.
Oh, none of us are, especially God in our industry. You think we can do that with anyone? Woo! No way, no way. There's always going to be the
fuck you. No,
but
it's just not going to happen.
We have support from others like us because we can rise above the hate and be well, whatever. We're cool with each other.
We know the beauty in the darkness.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why no one understands about the metal community is it's seriously one of the most wholesome, loving communities. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, oh, it's just violent. You don't understand anything. People are hurting each other in crowds. I'm like, yeah, it happens. But I'm like, do you not see when people are in wheelchairs and they get brought into the pit and everyone's being nice to them and they get the joy?
Or how about when people are in the pit and somebody falls down, the pit helps that person up and instantly. Then it commences.
Yeah, it's second nature. And that's why I think I recently went to a show back in March in Columbus to go see Overkill. With a couple of my friends, and one of my friends got into the pit and he got knocked down and hit his head off the ground and couldn't walk.
Ooh.
And couldn't talk. And so I mean one of my friends had to literally pick him up and take him outside, and I'm like I ran out to my car real quick, pulled up and threw him in my car and ran to the emergency room real quick, and he just had a concussion. Like a bad concussion, but so I'm like, left the show in the middle of right in the middle of the show went to the emergency room in Columbus, and
But hey, you're a good friend for taking your,
I haven't really heard from him either. He was one of my friends' friends that he brought along. So I didn't really know him until that day. So I'm like, hopefully he's. I'm not gonna ask
dude's all right
for it, but hopefully he remembers someone did something like that and can return the favor to somebody else.
Yeah. Right. And it will come full circle. I really do believe in the power of karma, especially within, the metal family. Like, you would do that because someone would do that for you at that show, because that's the feel I get from all of the metal shows I've been to. Even in the metal scene, I feel that camaraderie with each other. We watch each other's backs. We watch each other's equipment in the back alley when we're loading and unloading. We're just cool with each other. It's like a fact.
That's why I'm like, I really like the scene in Columbus more recently, is because there's a venue called the King of Clubs that Audio Side's opening for Jackal at this month.
Nice. Hell yeah. Jackal's a good
played there a
band.
couple times. I've seen Black Sasquatch there. I've seen the band from the 80s, Raven, Overkill, Prong.
Oh, yeah.
There's another band. They're up and coming. They're called Cultist Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were there, and I'm like, wow, that was really like one of the few times the openers wiped the pavement with the headliner. And I'm just like, wow.
I love that. I love that.
That's what I'm like saying. Like, in order of the bands, I mean, Prong, had that song "Snap Your Fingers, Snap Your Neck."
Yeah.
One of my faves. Yes.
Right, and I'm like, they pointed to my group of friends because we're the only ones like jumping around and moshing, and I'm like, fuck it, we're in our 20s. Let's live a little bit, have some fun, keep the scene alive. And so we started the pit, and they pointed to us, and then they said, they started playing "Snap Your Fingers." My ass went straight to the middle of the venue, and I fucking was spreading everybody out. I'm like, all right, let's get this pit open.
Yes.
They kicked into it, and I just started doing a circle pit and running around.
Nice.
And I'm like, that was one of the coolest moments. I'm like, damn. I'm like, and like I thought we almost got in trouble. I thought because one of the security guards came over. I'm like, shit. But he put his hands up to block other people from getting in. I'm like, are we good? He's like, yeah, keep it going. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
And then I went outside after their set. I went outside to smoke, and the guy came out. I was like, "Thank you for keeping it alive."
That's cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, this is what I've always wanted to do, and this is all the shit I've always liked. I'm going to keep it alive as much as I can.
There's nothing better than that energy coming from the crowd too. I love
it. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I want to give out what I want to see when I'm performing.
Yes.
Like, I want to see the same shit when I'm playing, so I know it's something they're going to want to see. So let's get my 4 or 5 friends and let's start jumping up and down. And
you get back what you put out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. And we felt that. We went up, Crash played a show and we felt it at that venue.
Oh my God. It was my debut show with my band Moopsie. And it was a packed house.
Yeah, it was. From back to back, it was packed, man. It was a fun show. It was crazy. Oh my God, it was amazing.
And man, I just I was having fun with it and just putting it out there. And it was like one of the best shows, hands down, I've ever played. Like it was any band.
One of my favorite shows I've been to. I had a blast.
It was so much fun.
Who are some of the bands you guys have seen, that made it or big that just have stuck with you?
Oh, I got to see Black Sabbath, man. Like that's one of my all-time favorite bands, and I was able to see them at a beautiful venue, the Gorge here in Washington State. I saw Foo Fighters. I'm a big Dave Grohl fan, so seeing them was pretty amazing.
Rest in peace, Taylor.
Oh yes. Devastating, totally devastating. I mean, come on. Oh man, there's been so many greats lost in just a small amount of time. Seriously.
I know. I cried when the original Slipknot drummer Joey Jordison died. I was
Oh, that's huge. Oh my gosh.
I'm a huge Double Driver fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen them everywhere.
Yeah, I'm getting started on my sleeve.
Nice.
Oh, I like that replay.
Nice.
Yeah. Slowly, but here's my chest tat.
Oh, that looks sick.
Yeah, you can tell it still has some stuff that needs finished.
Yeah, that looks like old school Japanese. Like
process. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know what the shading was gonna look like. Honestly, I just let my dude do it. I'm like, I just want a skull on my chest.
Cool.
It was gonna have horns on it, but I'm like, I'll take the horns off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just do what you want, really, and gave me a good price. And
sweet.
All right, and he freehanded. He didn't even draw. He just drew it on my chest and went along with it. And
nice. It looks very beautiful.
Yeah, I puss out every now and then. I'm like, I don't feel like getting drilled right now, so take a break for a few weeks and come back when I'm pissed off about something. Like, just
that's when to do it. That's the best.
Yeah, that's how I did it last time.
So Dawn says Des Fafara, Double Driver, His first band I ever met, and Arosa, first mosh pit, Cold Chamber. Here's a fun fact.
Yes.
Fun fact is,
Dave Grohl is an
Des
Ohio boy.
Fafara put Cold Chamber on the back burner because they weren't gnarly enough, and that's when he made Devil Driver. And then, over the years, Des is like, you know what? I want to bring Cold Chamber back. So he put Devil Driver on a back burner and brought Cold Chamber back. And that really hurt Devil Driver because John Boakland, their drummer, left the band and is now in Bad Wolves, which, all right, but it's Devil Driver is just never, it's not the same anymore without John Boakland, who is by far my all-time favorite drummer. Like, I was listening to Devil Driver all day today, and I'm just like, man, John Boakland's drumming gives me a lady boner. Like,
in high school, during my senior year, right before COVID hit, I'm a part of the COVID graduation. I graduated in 2020.
Oh, well,
so I didn't really have a
good job,
graduation.
kid.
Wow.
Good job, though. Like,
you did it.
But
no, but you did it. You got it.
Right before COVID hit, like in February, especially in February, I got really into like heavy metal, like Deicide and Mayhem, Emperor.
So I'm counting the years. So you were were you 19 when you graduated?
Yeah, 19.
18, 19. Okay, I'm trying to remember how long ago 2020 was because it doesn't.
Yeah, it feels like a lifetime.
But it is.
I know. It's
Wasn't it like 25 years ago?
Right.
I mean, I feel like I'm 45 right now.
It's been a long damn decade. I mean, years.
Yeah. 2020 was like a decade, seriously.
It felt like it lasted a decade, and it felt like it's been a decade.
Shit.
Jeez.
But yeah, what a part of history. No one will forget your graduating class because it was so,
I walked across the stage, they recorded it, and then put it on the news and mashed everybody's together, really. They announced I walked down the hallways. They were taking pictures of me in my cap and gown. My cap had a picture of me and my dad at my first Kiss concert.
Oh,
that's cool.
The ticket with it, so I kind of dedicated to that. It'll be 8 years in August since I first saw Kiss.
That's awesome.
That's why I dedicated my cap and gown really too. And then they took pictures of me. And they announced my name. I walked up across the stage, grabbed my diploma, did the tassel on my cap.
Do you see my army?
There you go. Yep.
That was my dad's in the 70s.
I got a whole arsenal of Kiss products and items. When I was in middle school and high school, my whole
when I was a kid, I had 3 albums. I had the Cheech and Chong White album or Wedding album or something like that.
Yeah.
I had Kiss and I had Twisted Sister.
Hell yeah.
Those were the
Come Out and
3
Play.
albums I had.
Come Out and Play by Twisted Sister is the first album I ever owned. And
I lost my mind when it came to Twisted Sister. I'm like, this is the fucking coolest.
My record collection is pretty extensive. I've gotten everything I've really wanted. So I got Master of Reality by Black Sabbath. I got Destroyer, Animalize by Kiss. I have Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun. I have a Don't Break the Oath by Merciful Fate.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Slayer, Raining Blood. I have a Prequel by Ghost. We Are Not Your Kind by Slipknot. I have Iowa by Slipknot's my next one.
Yes.
Nice.
That's a holy grail.
I love that they have an album named Iowa.
It's definitely turned me into the madman I am today. That's for sure.
Yes, I love that.
It's definitely shaped who I am as a person. That album will forever be in my top 5 albums of all time. And
for sure.
I don't know. There's just something about that album just spoke to my 16-year-old and 15-year-old angst I had. And
yes.
Yeah, it's like big middle finger to everybody and stuff. Just like, I love
Yeah.
it.
How big
Right.
you stepping your fuck off?
And
Yeah, basically.
it's a time in your life that you're starting to find yourself on your journey, and it does influence you for the
Mhm.
rest of your life what you are drawn to at that age. And
Yeah, exactly.
I feel blessed that I was drawn into metal at a young age too.
Yeah, I grew up on the glam and hair metal, like Poison, Motley Crue, and all the '80s stuff. My dad really put me on to really as a baby, as far back as I can remember. And so when I started becoming a teenager and getting into heavier stuff, I returned the favor to my father and showed him the heavier things like Slipknot and
Yeah.
Gojira and Volbeat and all these different big bands that are heavy now. So it's kind of like he showed me the party rock, all the Poison, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, who I've all seen now live in
Glam
concert.
bands.
Right.
So yeah, I've seen Kiss.
Have you
Def
seen
Leppard.
Rat?
No, but I'm okay with that because
Oh,
Steve
you're
Pierce.
killing me,
Her
Smalls.
favorite band is Rat.
I
Favorite
love Rat. Don't get me wrong, I love Rat, but
from
Steven
Rat. That's
Piercy ain't nothing special now. But
No, oh my God, he was so hot back in the day, and then I saw him on a commercial. I was like, "What happened, bro? Oh,
drugs and
you did
alcohol.
not age well."
40 years of rock star.
Oh well, I heard he had cancer at one point too, so it's probably him recovering from cancer.
Oh yeah, but, no, I've seen Brett Michaels. He came to Zanesville.
Nice.
Yeah, he came to Zanesville and played, so I saw him. Alice Cooper, Motley Crue, Rob Zombie, Manson,
Nice.
Ozzy,
I love Rob.
Slipknot, Behemoth. I mean, I've seen everybody I've really wanted to
Nice.
except Metallica.
Great. Yeah.
And so once I see Metallica, I can die happy with going to concerts. I've seen everybody I wanted to see.
As can I, friend. As can I.
Yeah.
Agreed. Totally agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
I will fulfill that dream August 3rd when I go see the Red Hot Chili Peppers for the first time.
She gets to see the Chili
Chili
Peppers. Yo. That's going to be cool.
I'm seeing Rob Zombie on August 3rd, actually.
That's cool shit.
And, yeah, him. It's him. Mudvayne, Static X, and Power Man 5000. His half brothers.
Static X, he's dead, but I mean, there is the new Static X, I guess.
I think you guys know the band Dope.
Yes.
The lead singer Edsel Dope. He's
the
new frontman.
He's filling in. It actually sounds really good, honestly.
Yeah, it does actually sound pretty good. But he wears the mask.
Yeah.
He wears a mask and spikes his hair up like Wayne did.
Sweet.
But
Wayne.
I'm hopefully going to that still. I have the ticket. Just you never know what happens. And I've been screwed out seeing a bunch of concerts.
Dude, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Well, time is running out, my friend. So it is time for us to bid adieu. But it's been so great hanging out with you.
It's been a great show.
Yeah.
I think it's been a great time for you guys to return, really.
So go ahead and plug where our viewers and fans can find you and follow you.
I'm all over social media. I don't have a Twitter. I have Facebook. Just look up West Devil or West of All, my real name. Instagram's West Devil 666. I'm not going to get my Snapchat out there because not everyone needs to be on that. But I'm on all platforms. My music's on all platforms. Any streaming service, really, I'm on them all. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, everything. Hopefully continue to work on my album, my debut album this summer. Hopefully finish it by this year, but
we'll keep us in the loop. We want to help promote that, so send it our way.
And I'll definitely get merch out to you guys.
Yay.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Dexter has me cracking up over here. He's totally calling us out. He's like, Maxine rocking the audio side, and Crash got the munchies.
Perhaps.
Bro, it's beef jerky though. Like,
how can you go wrong? Well, we'll have to have you back on, Wes. It's been
definitely. It's been a blast, and I'm really grateful for you guys to have me on the show.
Well, we
would love to have you like rock out some of your stuff live too next time, maybe.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll just have to see, man. Give you guys a little taste sometime.
That'd be great. Okay, well, I'll take us out, everybody. All right, everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday. Keep sharing our stuff. We love you guys.
Rock on, bitches.